guys, welcome back. We're back. We're back here for more. Do you want to keep going on this Shonen Pill train?
Whatever. It's alright. Another great intro, guys. I like how you
sus,
mix it up a little bit. We've been just talking about fucking shonen shows and how
I mean, this is kind of just what happens. This is what you do when you're stuck in
it.
a car while a maniac is threatening to drive you off the cliff. You just start talking about your favorite anime.
I'd do that. If I was kidnapped and driving recklessly down the highway, I'd probably just start talking about One Piece or something.
Ah, nice.
Well, dude.
He just drove straight into
He
him.
did that himself. That's
What an idiot.
Then, like, another show
race
that I
car.
really like that's kind of hit and miss is Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun, which you probably, I would assume, not have heard of, which is mostly a, like, very low stakes, almost slice of life, which is why it's weird that I like it, because I usually don't like slice of life anime.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
This might surprise you. I do like slice of life anime.
That does not surprise me.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck you too. Yeah, I don't know. I just like character studies when they're done well.
Yeah, where it's like, for this show, at first I was like, okay, this is like kind of basic, you know, it's setting up for a slice of life kind of thing. And then I started rooting for the main cast of characters, and I'm like, alright, fuck you, son of a bitch anime company, you got me. So the premise is this kid is super unlucky, and his parents basically like abuse him, where at a young age they made him skip his education so he could start.
Not again, not again. What the fuck is this shit?
Dude, they got the moves. They're schmooving on you.
And I almost fucking lost it.
Dude, look at this formation. They almost got you.
It's like there's some kind of policeman or something.
I don't think
this
police
ain't
actually try to
police shots.
pentagon your car when they're
The
chasing you.
soundtrack, yeah. You do have 4 police cars around you.
I
what do you
know, I'm
expect?
getting an escort.
I don't think I've
Oh,
ever
okay.
seen a
Now in
high-speed
trouble.
chase on the news
Stop going in
end
the
with the
sand
cars
traps.
literally pentagoning the car they're chasing. The way that they just...
the
There's a
police
guy
are-
just sitting here randomly.
Are
in the-
less willing to put their lives at risk for the lols.
Whoa, they just slammed the brakes
They
apparently.
did. They didn't want to hit that other car. Like a coward.
Spicy meatball. Oh my
I
god.
might
Yeah,
actually
you gotta get out of
got
this
out
one,
of that.
Scoot.
With speed. I just
Wow.
need speed.
Okay.
I got the
Would
need for
you
speed.
say that, yeah, you have a need of some kind?
Yeah, the
Literally,
need
spike
for
trap up
speed.
there.
Some lads.
Blockade.
Excuse me, sir.
Ooh.
Just passing through. Don't mind
You
me.
busted one.
Sick barricade police officers. So yeah, they have him skip his education out so they can force him to do like child labor at different workplaces, like working on ships and shit like that. And he was so like desperate to please his parents that he develops this thing where he can't say no to people if they ask for help. And so he has this like really fucked up childhood. And he's stuck on this fucking fishing boat by himself. He's like 10 or whatever. And then this demon just shows up and is like, hey, your parents sold your soul to me for some money. And so he takes him to the demon world, but then it turns out that he's actually a very cool guy and he just wanted a grandson, which is why he made the deal with his parents. Because he could see that they were abusing him, so he's like, I'm gonna raise you right, and I'm gonna take good care of you. And so it's just basically this like really like fun, wholesome show that I just got hooked onto the characters, and I'm like, yep, this is just my
I
life
can
now.
see the appeal in that for sure. Yeah. You know, there's a show that I've heard a lot about. I say a lot. I mean, I just see it pop up every now and then, and everyone's talking about how good it is. I was actually wondering if you've watched it, because I'm like, oh, let's see what it is.
Oh, the dark one.
Nice. Chainsaw Man.
No, I've heard a lot about it, but I've not gotten around to watching it yet. Or reading it back when it was
I don't
like
know. It kind
originally
of seems interesting to me because
geeked
everyone's
up.
like, "Oh my god, the characters and everything is so cool," and it's like, "Oh, all right, I'm interested." And they're like, apparently, it's like the manga is like ongoing, and everyone's talking about it every week, and I'm like, oh. I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe not.
It's definitely on my list. It's on my bucket list for sure to eventually get around to watching.
Time duration 9 minutes.
Yeah. I know I'm building hype. I'm just.
You're bounding
need
up to
to get
55.
I need to get my heart rate down a bit now.
Oh, yeah. Well, driving directly into oncoming traffic like you're doing right now might not
I'm just
help.
gonna go to the safe here.
So speaking about anticipated animes for this year, Bleach is coming back for its final season, baby. I'm so excited.
How many seasons has it had?
Well, technically speaking, there's been technically only 3 real arcs. One of them's like a huge arc that you could cut into 2 pieces.
Nice decal, dude.
But the anime ended up getting canceled before airing the last arc.
Doesn't that show like suck now? Didn't it get real bad at one point?
I mean, theoretically,
Well, the
people
story.
have. It's
Does
definitely
it
a
just
mixed
like
bag.
repeats the same arc again or something?
Well, yes. If you look at it and you're not shonen pilled, you go.
If you look at it objectively, then yes.
If you look at it,
but if you
not
look at it
sho-
subjectively,
if you look at it not shonen pilled, you're like, all right, cool. This is like the same plot point for 3 arcs in a row, or 2 arcs in a
Yeah.
row, and then like the third arc, part of the reason why it got canceled, I think, is because a lot of people were disappointed in the third arc, where, you know, spoiler alert,
get out of the way, Channel 22.
the main character ends up losing his powers to defeat one of the big bad guys. Then they go through this arc, like this entire arc, to give him like a side power up, so he could like not be completely useless. And people are like, "Oh, you could have just ended the anime there, and you would have been fine." And like, true, but it was already like planned way ahead of time, because like all this world building stuff happens. They talk about this whole group of people. You don't meet them in the anime, so you're like, oh, they're just gonna leave that unannounced or what, like unexplored. But that's like the whole point of this last arc that's happening, is all these people they've like foreshadowed and built up as being these like big bad people. And so, you know, I gave it a try, and because I like JoJo's, it throws the anime out of the window. Bleach, it's just like this last arc, things are gonna get fucking crazy. We're just gonna go.
Weren't you a Bleach boy when it was first coming out way back in the day?
Oh no,
in high
yes,
school?
yes. I loved Bleach when it was actually airing and everything.
All I know, have you ever watched Super Eye Patch Wolf?
Yes.
All I know about Bleach is the videos he's made on it.
Yeah. I've watched
Which is
some of Tekking stuff, some of Super Eye Patch Wolves, and who was the third person? I watched a couple different people talk about Bleach.
Was it the day Bleach died? The video that he's done.
it might have been. I don't know. I just like Super Eye Patch Wolf. He just makes good ass videos.
Yes.
And Bleach just
Yeah, he
happens to be
does.
some stuff. He made one where he's like the fall of Bleach or something, and then he made like a response thing to it. It was like, do I still feel the same way a year later? Yes, basically, or something like that. That's all I know about it. Because I was just like, Bleach is that is the kind of show where it's like, oh, I hear that name, I know what that kind of looks like.
Yeah.
And then watch a video, and I'm like, and I forget everything about it. You know, that's how it is.
But yeah,
I thought you were going to talk about how they announced finally the second part of Stone Ocean at last.
Oh no!
That's coming out this
I knew
month.
that was going to happen at some point. But so for context, for people who are fans of Bleach and really like Bleach to the last episode, which
Yeah,
at first I didn't like the third arc when it was animated, but on a rewatch, I realized it's actually way more deeper than when I first watched it. And you see all like the character growth and the focusing on the characters. I'm like, oh, this is actually not bad. This is actually a pretty good arc. But if you're a fan of Bleach and you watched it when it was airing, it got canceled in 2012. We've been waiting 10 years for this arc to be animated.
Yeah. It's kind of a long time, eh?
Because it was canceled. Everyone's like, oh, so they're just not gonna do it. We were resigned to it not happening. And then like, for the past 4 years, it's like every April 1st, it's like, haha, the Bleach anime is coming back, guys. Oh, ho, ho. And then last year, it was official news. And everyone lost their minds who were fans of Bleach, because we've been waiting for this for 10 years.
Yeah.
If they were still fans.
Oh, there's plenty of people rejoicing about it.
That's nice.
But like, for some context of how you jump a shark, you know the rudimentary of Bleach where it's people with swords with magic powers, right?
Well, yes, that could also describe 99% of anime, but
Yeah.
yes.
So one of the main bad guys in the final arc is a robot with a Gatling gun. When I read the last arc, I went from, this is kind of jumping the shark, right? To just, oh, I get it. I read JoJo's too. This is jumping the shark, but in a good way. I think JoJo's
is there a good way to jump the shark? I thought it was inherently a bad thing.
Well, because there's...
JoJo can't jump the shark because it started off.
Well, I know. What I'm saying is, like, you can make things
nice
crazy,
job, dude. One try.
but they
killed
have to,
that
like,
man.
kind of make
He's dead
sense.
now.
And yeah, he's dead. You literally. But like, there's jumping the shark, and then there's jumping the shark, where it literally makes no sense on why you would do this in your show. And JoJo's is like, yes, it's bizarre, but it's also, it makes sense for its own context. Bleach's last arc is also bizarre and is ridiculous, but it's just pushing the boundary.
Do you know what jumping the shark actually means?
I mean, it's just where it's your final ditch effort to go past the boundaries that you've set, right? Just for the sake of
It's final
doing
ditch
it.
effort to draw attention, right? So you do something really crazy to get people to watch. For instance, well, it originally comes from Happy Days, where the Fonz jumps a literal shark to, because they're like, oh, people aren't watching Happy Days anymore, we got to make the Fonz do something crazy.
Right.
That doesn't really make any sense. Brian getting hit by a car in Family Guy, that's jumping the shark.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, people aren't watching Family Guy, we got to draw them in somehow. I don't know, let's fake off by killing off Brian. That kind of stuff. That's what jumping the shark is. That's why JoJo can't really do that. It's not just a crazy thing that happens. It's something where it's like, oh, we're kind of losing
the
attention.
anime
We gotta
community
do
has
something.
sometimes, or in some cases, like, not fully recontextualize it, but they use it as like an Urban Dictionary second meaning, where it's like,
Brian,
oh,
read this.
right, yeah. Sorry, I was going off on a tangent here. This
You
dude's
go to
been
tangent
holding
in a
it
second.
down in the number 13 slot for a while now. He can't break out of his rut, and no one can run him out. He's slack and dangerous, but knows how to handle his ride. He'll smoke you if he gets the chance.
They really didn't do this guy any favors with his description. This guy's been failing his whole life. And he's not that great, but he'll try, I guess. He's also handcuffed to a wheel?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Who decided that was a
Ride or die.
cool thing?
He's
That-
ride or die. Yeah, sorry, I sometimes I start rambling, but I just don't look at my screen while
That's
I'm-
alright.
Can I do that jump?
No.
But like in the anime community, sometimes when people
Oh
see
wait,
people,
hold on. We're watching a great cutscene,
Oh.
sorry.
Babylicious Babe.
You're in.
yeah,
I'll show you something.
she
We can't have you
hopped
talk
in.
during the cutscenes, Frank, because you need to be blasted out by the
You've been
audio.
building a rap sheet with the cops.
I mean, I can't hear any of this audio as a reminder.
Hype and bounty come your way.
Ronald McCree?
So make sure you keep track of your rap sheet.
Well, what do we got here?
Oh god.
Keeping your
That zoom was very YouTuber-esque.
Yeah.
So sweet. You got lucky. Staying on the blacklist is gonna take a lot more than luck. And you better watch your back.
This man is a
out there
literal
because,
cartoon
well,
character that's speaking to you
You
right
never
now
know
through your
what might
windshield.
happen.
You should probably take your pills.
What, you gonna work this ride too?
You're also delusional in the fact that there's a good girl in your car.
I don't know what your game is, but I'm gonna find out. You can't ride this sucker's hype forever.
My car
When he
doesn't have
burns
blue
out,
mirrors,
I don't
but
want
this
you
one
to
does.
know.
In the cutscene.
I would have laughed really hard if his head got stuck
Stay on
in the
top of that
windshield.
rap
sheet.
Oh,
I gotta
can you
go.
put it down just a minute? Oh, nice edit there.
And she
Gotta cut
teleports
that.
out of the car.
Yeah, we don't want to see the closing the
Alright,
door.
never press another button again. Goodbye. No, don't stop! No!